Friday's vacation. I did a bunch of Snapchatting. So I still don't know how this is coming together, but you're watching it, so I don't need to try and explain it. You'll either have noticed that there's Snapchat footage or it's just me yabber jabbering. We had such a fun day. Kim and I are still separated. It's okay. Oh, my nose is sore. In case you wanted to know, it's because of that flipping machine. Anyway, but Eddie was still here today. So he and I took the day and we weren't sure what to do. We were like, first we actually thought about driving way down to the Keys, which is about 5.5 hours without stops one way. And I'm like, well, that's going to eat up our whole day. I mean, basically we'd like get down to the Keys, have enough time to like, you know, look around and then have to head right back. So then we decided instead we have some friends pardon me, that we've met just here through the channel that I'd been in touch with and said, you know what, we were going to be down and try and meet up. So Eddie decided, you know, let's go see some of them. So first we checked with Kim to see if she wanted to come with. We would have picked her up. And she was already committed to plans today, but she said, go on, go ahead, you know, tell everybody, you know, I miss them and wish I were there.
Good morning, it's Friday and I'm still separated from Cathy, but I'm with my aunts and we're going shopping and lunch today.
So we drove across, so where we're staying is basically on the coast, on the Gulf Coast. So we drove all the way across Florida, you know, not the panhandle, the lower end, I don't know the proper term, and basically drove from coast to coast today. So we left our hotel on the western Gulf Coast and we drove over to Daytona Beach area, which is the east coast of Florida. Good morning, friends. It is Friday in Florida. E and I are awake. Just got ourselves some coffee. We're on our way to meet some friends from YouTube. And Eddie's back into Starbucks because they messed up his order and didn't put cream in his tea. He is more of a plain, non-frou-frou drink person, and we usually have problems at like the coffee houses. I like frou-frou. Homemade, fresh, still warm corn tortillas and queso fresco.
Doing a little shopping in TJ Maxx. So look at all that cute beach stuff. Okay, so now we're at Belle's and we're doing some more shopping. It's kind of like a TJ Maxx down here in Florida, but look what I'm shopping for. I'm gonna redo my bathroom. I'm having a blackened flounder sandwich. It looks delicious. So we're at Stump Knockers and this is some of the decor. Nice.
Met some friends that I have been chatting with, and Eddie's been chatting with. We've connected, you know, through social media, and met them for lunch. Jackie and Jamie, what an amazing couple! I mean, big hugs right away. You know how you like when you meet someone, you feel like you've known them forever. That it pretty much sums up our day today. So we met them. They told us a restaurant to meet them at, and we did, and we went in, and the time just flew. I mean, such kind, genuine people. You know, the more we talked, the more we found we had in common, and Eddie and Jamie were just yabbering away. Thank you both so much. You guys matter. Jamie, when I say you matter, I don't mean just Jackie, I mean you too. So you guys don't forget that. We stayed there until a little after 2, and then we gave them a ride home, and then we got to meet their cat Tiger. What a sweetie, and he wasn't scared at all. He came up and rubbed against both of us so we could give him scratches, so that was nice. We have a new friend. This is Tiger.
Can you smell our babies?
Hi, Tiger.
For all my Elvis Presley friends, this is where Elvis filmed, what movie was it?
Follow That Dream.
Follow That Dream. So there is Elvis in the window, and I think that is the City Hall courthouse or something over there, but this is where the movie was filmed. So we're at a little shop called Karma's. Look at that chandelier. Gorgeous.
Then we left because we had plans then to meet another friend, again, that we had never met in person. We've just gotten to know through YouTube here. And so excited to meet her and her husband. I didn't know, we'd been chatting, but I guess I never asked if she was married. So I was like, well, I think she's bringing someone with. And yes, it was her husband. So we got there. The only bad part is, so we're driving back to kind of central, in between the two coasts. So we were driving back to middle, and we had to like go on the interstate and like through that whole Orlando corridor, SeaWorld, Disney, chaos. And of course it was, just pretty much evening rush hour on a Friday, and Eddie was pretty crabby about it. He has to drive that road all the time when he comes to deliver oil down here, and he usually tries to time it better, but we got delayed quite a bit. Downtown Orlando, construction going on, and 3:30 on a Friday means a slowdown.
Non-Disney.
Check out these air plants. Oh my goodness. It is just, look at all of these. It's crazy.
That was good we got diverted. She could see that.
Isn't that the truth, Patty?
Yep.
Okay, so we're back from shopping and lunch, and I've got a little bit of a headache. I think rather than lay in the sun, I'm gonna take a little rest.
Okay, we're almost to our next stop for the night, and it's beautiful farmland. We're gonna go meet friends for supper, and then got to meet our friends Teresa and her husband Johnny, who I didn't even know your name before, but again, big hugs and talking nonstop. Oh my gosh, we were sitting there, Teresa and I were sitting next to each other, and Johnny and Eddie were across from us, and those two were like peas in a pod. I'm just like, I'd look over at Teresa and I'm like, oh, we'd be shaking our heads, but it was such a joy. Again, same thing as our lunch date, I guess, is the time just passed. The food obviously was good both times. I hardly remember eating it because I was so wrapped up in our conversations.
Kind of
Time for supper.
And I wasn't the only one either.
We were talking at the restaurant with Teresa and Johnny, and then we got there like about 5, and it wasn't that busy yet, so we got a table, but then it was like filling up, and there were like people waiting in the lobby, and we're like still talking. We were done eating, but they didn't kick us out, but I kind of got the hint they'd like our table, so feel free to leave. So we did. We like packed up, and then we went outside. And then we stood and talked at least another half hour, if not longer, in the parking lot. And I felt so bad, I started yawning. And it was nothing to do with them. I was just like tired. Last night I was up till, I think it was almost 3 o'clock when I actually went to sleep. And it was my own fault. But, and then we had to get up at like 6:30, I want to say, because we knew we were doing this marathon drive. But Eddie got more sleep than that, thankfully. Okay, we finally got back to our hotel after a fabulous night with our friends Teresa and Johnny. I think the food tasted good, but I was enjoying the conversation so much I hardly noticed what I ate, but I did still clean my plate. So we had to stop at the front desk of the hotel to get some towels, and we decided to stay an extra night, so I had to extend the contract or whatever, and they had to reformat the keys. Well, they reformatted them so well, neither one works. So now I'm hanging out, waiting while Eddie goes back up to the front desk. We do have a pretty nice pool, but don't know if I'll get to use it at all. Oh my gosh, look. The evidence of the stabbing is still there. It's the blood from when I stabbed myself. Eddie gets a call and his schedule adjusted, so he actually doesn't have to leave until Sunday morning now. So I was going to text Kim to let her know the change, and he's like, oh, no. Let's surprise her. Let's see what she says when she sees me. She's disappointed, because they haven't actually had any time together because I left her with her aunts, and then I went to get him. So she hasn't seen him at all, and they get along great. But it's just kind of funny. So he wants to surprise her, and then we will go do our. I'm not sure if we're going to do the touristy thing tomorrow, or if we're going to do some visiting, and then do the touristy stuff on Sunday. But either way, the weather has been fabulous. I'm a little bit sad. I'm like, oh, tomorrow's are going to be like 1 week of vacation is gone, which I am so grateful that, you know, Kim and I are able to take 2 weeks. Partly, you know, when you do the driving type of of vacation, which I adore. I will always do a road trip. If it's feasible. You know, if I only have a week, I would probably fly so that I have more time. But if I can drive, that's part of my vacation. That's my unwind time. Is, you know, give me a couple days just behind the wheel to unwind. So it's been so wonderful to have this time, but it's going so fast. It's like we've done a lot, and there's still more we want to do, and there's still some more people that we're hoping to connect with on our drive back home. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, I look back and I'm just so in awe. You know, I think here I am. I'm just, you know, I'm just Cathy. If you guys watch me, you know that. I don't try and put on airs. I don't try and pretend to be anything or professional or anything. I'm just Cathy, and I really hope that you guys see that, and that's why you like to watch my videos, because I'm real. I'm not, you know, we're all the same. So you know, that people wanted to meet me. I'm like, I'm not a YouTuber. You know, I don't call myself a YouTuber or anything like that. It's like, I'm just Cathy, and this is just a new or a nice way that I've been able to connect and make new friends. So I'm just like, I'm so blessed. You know, when I started doing videos, it was just because I loved watching them, and I thought, well, that looks kind of fun, and I hoped it would help me feel a little more confident, you know, just, you know, feel comfortable. It's not like I needed to be comfortable in front of a camera, but just more secure and accepting of myself. Because, you know, a lot of times, well, at least for me, I don't know. I think there's others of you that might relate. You know, we look in the mirror and we're maybe not happy with what we see. You know, we think we need to, you know, whatever, improve something or change something, and we're not the ideal of whatever the ideals, whoever decides what those are, could be. And I know I face, and I still do, but I thought, you know, it's part of a lot of, you know, what I allude to here, you know, about change and like believing in yourself and accepting yourself, and realizing that you matter and you are perfect just the way you are. So, you know, the videos were part of that for me, to just help reinforce that. It's like, you know, if I can do this, and even if nobody watches, but I'm enjoying it, I feel good about it. You know, it doesn't matter if I do my hair and makeup, or if I just have it all stuck on the top of my head and, you know, bare, ruddy face, wrinkles, everything showing. I just feel a lot more confident. So, you know, that was my goal. I never dreamed I would meet such amazing, kind, warm-hearted, you know, loving friends. That is the blessing that God just kind of hit me with and said, you know what? There's a lot of good things that I'm going to give you today, and it's all, you know, I'm going to let you discover them through this magic of YouTube. So anyway, I know, again, I get all rambly.
Okay, we got into our hotel now and are settled, and now, again, I have to get on the computer. Yeah, so both Eddie and I got paid today, so I once again have to balance the checkbooks and pay the bills, and I don't know. I wish I could take a vacation from bills and the money would just still magically appear in my account. Not gonna happen anytime soon. So I'm going to wash my face. I might even do a face mask while I'm doing this torturous bill thing, and try and find some guilty pleasure TV.
Yay, Blazing Saddles. Perfect for chilling out.
Good night, friends. Doing a little aloe mask. I'll probably fall asleep.